Greetings from Obi Nukwu Chineke. Each offers a path to understanding the divine. I invite everyone to embark on this journey of truth that will guide you toward your Creator, the owner of all humanity and languages for communication. My name is Kingsley Achinike Okorie, aka Ikuku. I have presented you with a journey of truth that will set you free from misguiding your way of worship. The truth that will give you inner peace. The truth that you are supposed to know, the truth that will deliver you from whatever humans built to mislead you and control your mind. The truth that will see you through both spiritual and physical, the truth that stands with you from the day you were born till date, and that truth assisted you from your mother's womb. That truth I want you to begin to acknowledge. The truth that beyond human imagination, that truth stands as a connection between you and your Creator. That truth is aware of your communications between you and your Creator. Truthfully stands as a witness to monitors the kind of life you are living on this very earth without doubt. You have to understand that cause of your faithless in reaching your Creator is caused by what your fellow humans built as a way for you to approach your Creator, which is not perfect before your presence. Even though you tried to grow your faith with what your fellow human built and designed to communicate with your Creator, it makes you faithless because of the divisions among religions that causes crisis, death, and suffering. The truth that I'm presenting to you will never depart from you if only you will exercise it with faith and believe that this is the truth and way to approach my Creator. And you have to believe this is how I should approach my Father, the Creator of the universe, who dwells in the secret place, a place none of His creatures can find, the place where none of His living things can be described. Place that He made invisible for everything He created. And for His loving kindness, He made a path for human beings and spirit beings to reach Him constantly via what He freely gives all humans. And these three vital things that I'm going to mention are always with you if you are looking for a way to communicate with your Creator without anyone misleading you. Human beings have presented their religions built with their understanding for people to believe in them. Some believe and some disagree because of different types of worship. Here, I will review something universally acknowledged by all humans, something that every living thing is connected to, and without its presence, the earth cannot function. Spirits require these three elements to operate, and humans need them to function. Without the presence of these three things, neither the spirit body nor the physical body can exist in this world. Only these three elements can guide you to your Creator without delay, and they do so without expecting anything in return for their services. They serve you freely in their services, not collecting anything from you in return, and this journey is between you and them, and no human beings or spirit being is involved, only you and them, and this is the way your Creator made for Himself to avoid anyone misleading you via whatever they created for their desires. These three major things are the connection between you and your Creator without charges for their services. Humans have presented all kinds of platforms built with their mentality to reach the Creator of the universe, and some people believe in it, and some disagree with the instructions provided. I'm here to introduce something that nobody disagrees with, and everyone agrees with these three major things that I'm going to review, and everything that has access to this earth agrees with them. And without the contribution of these three things, you will not stand. These three things will lead you to your Creator without a doubt, and they will transport you to your Creator without charging you anything else between you and them. You don't need anybody to assist you to your Creator. But these three major things will lead you to your Creator successfully without collecting anything from you because they stand as an agreement between you and your Creator. These three things understand every language, so you don't need anyone to translate your words for them to grasp your request. With these three key elements, no one can mislead you when it comes to connecting with your Creator, the one who created the universe. These three things have a name in your language, and also your Creator has His name in your language to avoid anyone misleading you in terms of reaching your Father of the universe, the Creator of the universe. And these three things you must admire their work, but don't worship them, but appreciate their contributions upon your life, but use them to thank your Father, the Creator of the universe, and to bless them with something that He knows, that when He gives it to them, they will be happy to serve you well. And again, to present your prayers to your Father, the Creator of the earth, that you have believed through these three major things, you can lead your prayers to your Creator. And again, These three major things can deliver your prayers to your Creator without charging anything and without seeking help from anyone to help them to present your prayers to your Creator. Only you and these three major things can deliver your prayers without delay to your Creator by seeking forgiveness that you mistakenly committed, seeking for blessings or anything good not to harm your fellow human beings. These three things will assist you with your Creator. And even though people are misleading information about reaching the Creator of the universe because of their desire, these three things stand to lead humans to their Creator without misleading anyone, because these three major things stand for the betterment of all humans, both spiritual and physical. Look around you. Wind, water, and sand are everywhere. They are the building blocks of our planet, the lifeblood of our ecosystems. They are also powerful symbols of the Creator's presence. These elements transcend cultures, religions, and beliefs. They are accessible to everyone, regardless of background or faith. No matter where you are in the world, you can feel the wind on your skin, hear the crashing waves, or run your fingers through the sand. Each element carries a unique energy, a vibration that resonates deep within our souls. They offer us a direct link to the divine, a way to connect with the Creator without intermediaries or dogma. The wind is the breath of the Creator. It carries whispers of ancient wisdom, secrets of the universe waiting to be heard. It can be a gentle breeze or a powerful storm, reflecting the full spectrum of emotions and experiences. Water is the lifeblood of our planet. It cleanses, purifies, and sustains all living things. It is a symbol of transformation, reminding us that change is inevitable and beautiful. Sand is the foundation of the earth. It represents stability, grounding, and the passage of time. Each grain is a testament to the Creator's infinite power and creativity. The truth is that we must admit that the wind, water, and sand sustain humans and everything on the earth. And they are always with you and never fail you. They never depart from you, and they are constantly assisting you to witness the creation of your Creator. These three major things have the power to operate. They are not a spirit, they are beyond spirit. But the power that the Creator placed in them is beyond spirit, because spirit is a being, as you are a human being. But these three major things have power above the spirit body and human body, given to them via the Creator of the universe to supervise the world. Indeed, the wind, water, and sand are mighty but calm to follow the instructions of the Creator of the universe to assist humans. And you may question, how about the sun, moon, and stars? And are they not contributing to human life? Yes, they did, and not constantly monitor the movement of humans. However, the wind, water, and sand constantly monitor your activities, while the sun rises in the morning and sets in the evening, just like the moon and stars. But the wind, water, and sand are constantly with your body systems, and the sand carries you and produces what you eat. You can see that. These three elements constantly monitor your life, fulfilling the role assigned to them by the Creator of the universe. They are here to assist you and ensure your well-being. That is why the wind, water, and sand are always present in your life. These three fundamental aspects observe everything about you, both the good and the bad, and report it accurately to your Creator without making a single mistake. So don't be surprised that all the things that you have been doing, both good and bad, are noted by the wind, water, and sand, because the wind, water, and sand stand as an agreement between you and your Father, the Creator of the universe. Don't assume that it's a spirit that connects you to your Creator. It's important to understand that spirits have their struggles, just as humans do. Sometimes, spirits are engaged in their battles to attain freedom from the confines in which they may find themselves. However, the wind, water, and sand operate independently, unlike spirit beings and humans, which face various issues. You can attest to these differences. For you to understand the mission of the wind, water, and sand, they have no trouble to face or anything to distract them for not monitoring your life. So for this reason, you don't need to depend on the spirit or any human being to assist you to your Father, the Creator of the universe, to look upon your life. Surely you can contact your Creator through the wind, water, and sand, and you can call upon your Creator by His name in your language. For example, in my language, my forefathers called him Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the Creator of the universe, in every language. He has his name, You can call him whenever you want to contact him as your creator. You can call his name in your language to approach him, the creator of the wind, water, and sand. You are my creator. And you can ask him whatever you want him to do for you that is good. And he will hear your prayer request immediately because he is the owner of the wind, water, and sand, the three things that monitor whatever you do. Just as the wind, water, and sand convey your words and actions to your creator, they will also carry your prayers to your creator without delay whenever you pray through them. You can start your prayers by thanking your creator. I thank you, my creator, via the wind, water, and sand that you use to sustain my life and also monitor my words and actions. I thank you, my creator, for the constant work of the wind, water, and sand upon my life. I'm seeking for the forgiveness of my iniquity I mistakenly committed. Have mercy upon my life via the wind, water, and sand, and take out all the things that trouble my life without my knowledge. Separate me from those spirits against my prosperity, cause them powerless from harming me, and safeguard me with the wind, water, and sand, so that I can obtain the good things that come into my life and better my position in your presence. Let the wind, water, and sand assist me to have a good life, and by the wind I breathe. Let me think for something good, not evil, and by the water I drink, let me behave well, and by the sand I stand, let me stand for good to myself and to my fellow humans that bears your precious image. My Creator, through the wind, water, and sand, please help me improve my life and fulfill the mission you assigned to me on earth before my time runs out. I ask for wisdom, strength, and good health to achieve my goals. I pray to you, my Maker, for assistance through the elements of wind, water, and sand that you placed on this earth to support my journey. Please guide me, my Creator. I am giving you an example so that you can ask anything you desire from your Creator through the wind, water, and sand. He will grant your requests because wind, water, and sand will never fail you in the life you have today. They stand for your well-being. Therefore, whatever good you ask of your Creator through the wind, water, and sand, you will receive it. This is the truth, and I encourage you to begin exercising this belief with faith. I want you to begin to understand the importance of three major aspects that contribute to your well-being. You might not be fully aware of their purpose on earth, so I have outlined some of their missions for you. This approach will help ensure that no one misleads you about how to connect with your Creator. It is essential to recognize that these aspects are not ordinary. They possess significant power in both spiritual and physical realms. He creates pathways for his creations to reach him, allowing the wind, water, and sand to serve as connections for humans at any moment. Having this in mind, the same way you are struggling for the betterment of your life is the same way the spirits are laboring for their improvement. And that is the reason sometimes spirits are busy attending to you, but the wind, water, and sand, they are always there for you. It's good for you to begin to acknowledge the work of the wind, water, and sand on this earth so that you will be free from any captivity that your fellow humans put you by misleading you with wrong information about reaching your Creator. For years, you have been looking for a better way to communicate with your Creator, the owner of all humans and languages for communications. And currently, you have found it without anyone charging you. And the wind, water, and sand are guardians that set humans free from captivity. Have you ever considered how the Creator is aware of everything you do and hears your prayers? It's important to realize that the elements of wind, water, and sand are always present with you, observing every word in your thoughts and every movement you make. You can see these three major aspects surround you. There is no escape route from your sinful nature. These aspects not only represent your goodness, but also defend you against falsehoods after this life. They will provide everything necessary to safeguard you. These three major elements are in a position to protect you and deliver your prayer requests to our Creator without delay. This is the truth I have revealed. Have in your mind that these three major things are helpful in your life. You may see them as a common thing, but they are not as common as you may think. They are powerful, both spiritual and physical, and they are more powerful and helpful than the Spirit. Calling upon the Spirit, and there is no attention from them because they have unsettled issues. they are not in the position to attend to you constantly. But these three major things put them in a position to attend to you and deliver your prayer requests to our Creator. The wind, water, and sand always assist you with everything for you to stay alive and to witness the creation of our Creator. And sometimes Spirit helps, but not always as the wind, water, and sand do in our lives. The wind, water, and sand performed a lot of things to ensure humans survived all their challenges. And from the beginning, what protected humans was wind, water, and sand. Even to date, they have the power to protect humans beyond human imagination. Even the spirits don't know the limit of the power of the wind, water, and sand, except our Creator, who created them, knows the power and work He positioned the wind, water, and sand to do on earth, which is beyond humans and spirits' understanding. Spirits and humans are categorized together, while wind, water, and sand serve different forms to assist both spiritual and physical bodies in their tasks. And you may be wondering why the spirit is not persistent with your request because they are busy resolving their problems. If you think that the spirits don't have their problem, then you are deceiving yourself from the truth. The three fundamental elements that can consistently answer your call and fulfill your requests to your Creator without delay are the wind, water, and sand. These elements are with you from the moment of your birth and possess a deeper understanding of you than you may have of yourself. The wind, water, and sand are aware when your body is unwell, even if you are not. They perceive your struggles and can sense both challenges and good fortune approaching. They strive to help ensure your survival. Some people don't believe in spirits or religions, and they survive without relying on them because the wind, water, and sand sustain everything that exists on earth. Our Creator established three essential elements: wind, water, and sand, to protect and sustain humans and other living beings on earth. This is why wind, water, and sand are unwavering in their duties. They cannot fail the Creator, both physically and spiritually. Their constancy allows them to observe and influence activities on the planet. These three major things never skip from their work, and they are always at work to guard you and to present your request to your Creator and also bring your blessings to you. Even the wind speaks on your behalf, and the water fights to restore your fitness, and sand always guides your movement. Your prayer request can reach your Creator quickly through the wind, water, and sand, because these three major things are working with our Creator constantly. In your prayer, call upon the Creator, the owner of the wind, water, and sand, my Maker. I'm in your presence through the wind, water, and sand, and attend my request. We can practice the truth by using what our Creator created to approach Him anytime, not depending on what humans built and designed for their benefit. And we may find it difficult to reach our Creator because whatever humans built and designed is humans' mentality and their benefit. Humans built something for their desires and to control others, to conquer and govern the world. The world does not seem to be progressing as it should because humans are creating various systems to control one another. This complicates the ability of individuals to manage their own lives. It raises an important question: is it right to create something to control others? And do you have the authority to manage someone else's personal affairs? We can easily reach our Creator with what He gives to us that sustains our lives. And everything in this world is created by our Creator, and none of them knows where our Creator dwells. The Creator of the universe is not a spirit or human because He created humans and spirits, and we can smoothly reach Him from these three major things that are constantly with humans: the wind, water, and sand. We can connect with our Creator through what He gives us, rather than through the imperfect constructions of humans which cannot lead us to Him. We can only connect with our Creator through His creations. The wind, water, and sand, along with the sun, moon, and stars, provide light for humans to see. In the blink of an eye, they may move away, leaving darkness behind. However, the wind, water, and sand never leave. They are always with you. These three things had an agreement with our Creator to guide you and to bring your information to Him so that He will know all the things that come after you and the things that you are doing on this earth. The wind, water, and sand will never depart from you. And this is their work to monitor all about you, both spiritual and physical. And here you can understand that what humans built and designed cannot take your prayer request to your maker, except what your creator gives you to monitor your activity, of which the wind, water, and sand do. Through the elements of wind, water, and sand, we are reminded of our creator. These elements serve as a testament to the existence of a universal creator who resides in a hidden realm that none of his creations can find. He has prepared a beautiful place for humanity beyond this earthly existence, a place where the invisible essence of a person will rest after departing from the physical body. This invisible essence is what you encounter when you sleep. Your invisible being never sleeps. After your physical body departs from this earth, the wind, water, and sand will hold you accountable. The invisible body is what you experience in your dreams, and it will account for everything you did with your physical body. There is a place for good living and a place for bad living after death. Your invisible essence is what will continue to exist long after your physical body has died. The actions you take with your physical body will determine where your invisible essence will reside after the death of your physical form. If you are not aware of your invisible body, consider this question. Why is it that when my physical body is sleeping on the bed, I can find myself in a place I recognize? Additionally, when I wake up, I can remember everything I experienced in my dreams. And that is to prove that your invisible body is what will give an account of everything you committed on the earth. And your invisible body is what works for your good with the wind, water, and sand. Mostly, every good thing you receive is given to you by your invisible body before your flesh body. Your invisible body will stand for everything you involved yourself when you were alive after death. I want to share with you a truth that can liberate you from your worries. Those who have designed systems to govern your lives have created divisions among you and your fellow beings. When you argue and fight amongst yourselves, it provides them with the perfect opportunity to exploit the situation and take advantage of you, ultimately robbing you of your land and enriching themselves. What I bring to you is not something I created. Rather, it is what your Creator has provided, which is suitable for your entire being. This gift from your Creator is the only way for you and me to connect with Him. Similarly, those who have established a religion based on their mentality can be understood through their theology. We can discover our Creator through the gifts of nature, wind, water, and sand. These three elements are always present in our lives, and you don't need anyone to reveal the truth to you. Wind, water, and sand provide a perfect pathway to connect with our Creator. Remove the wind, water, and sand, and you will not survive. Everything will sink before your eyes. If these three vital elements can support you and everything you touch, then you should understand the truth. These elements are the key to easily connecting with your Creator. It is not easy to reach our Creator with what humans have created through their attempts to control each other's affairs. Starting today, the truth you have received is that the easiest way to connect with your Creator is through the consistent elements He provides: the wind, water, and sand. The sun, moon, and stars are necessary, but they have a time limit. In contrast, the three essential elements, wind, water, and sand, constantly work with you without any time constraints. These three major things are in the position to give an account of you, both your good and bad actions, and with the wind, water, and sand, you can easily reach your Creator who dwells in the hiding place of which non-human body can find. These truths can free you from the deceptions created by humans. You can connect with your Creator on your own, just as you can access the wind, water, and sand without any human assistance. You must understand the truth to set yourself free from the bondage of the human mentality of reaching our Creator, which causes war killings of humans. And you have to try and free yourself from the religions built by a human mentality that causes hatred and war, which holding you from not exercising your right before your presence. Always call upon your Creator through the wind, water, and sand that He has given you, and He will respond, because this is what He has built and designed for you. Our Creator has a deep connection with the wind, water, and sand. Through these elements, our Maker connects with you and watches over you. By observing them, you can easily find your Creator and express your desires, he will fulfill your requests. Humans exert control over one another physically, mentally, spiritually, and in other ways through what they create. This often makes it difficult for some individuals to connect with the creator of the universe. Many people tend to place their faith in man-made constructs, which can manipulate others' thoughts and beliefs, both spiritually and otherwise. So through this explanation, you can understand whatever humans created and say, this is the only way for you to approach your creator. Try and be wise so that your fellow humans will not control your life from what they built. They claimed their foundation was the sole way to reach the creator of the universe. However, the truth is that you can easily approach your creator through the elements he provides: wind, water, and sand. These three elements were created and designed by your maker to protect and oversee your life. By following your maker and his creations, you will never be let down. The only thing that truly pleases our creator is treating our fellow human beings with kindness. You don't need extensive explanations about fairness to understand what is good and bad for your fellow citizens. Take what is yours and allow others to take what belongs to them. Don't be greedy. Don't disrupt their good lives. Be kind to every human being. This is the only way to please the Creator. Being nice to everyone and not harming anyone is the truth you should embrace to achieve inner peace. Praying for every hour doesn't make you a good person before the Creator. But what makes you a good person before the Creator is the way you handle your fellow citizens. And the reason why you find peace difficult in your heart is that you so much believe in what your fellow citizens built and declare. It's the only way you can find the Creator. So when you see your fellow citizens that not believe what you believed, you start growing hatred. The most important thing is to treat others well, as we can connect with all people and assist them with their needs. The problem you humans have is that you have followed what some humans created and said, this is the only way that you can reach your Creator, and you forget that sand carries you and produces what you eat. Water and wind are in your system always. Without them, you are nobody. The wind, water, and sand are speaking to you right now. Your Creator designed us to assist you and to observe your life from the moment you were born until now. We can deliver information about you to your Creator and in turn, send your requests to Him. We can perfect your prayers and help bring good things into your life because we have access to everything you need. Through the wind, water, and sand, you can easily communicate with your Creator, and we will provide you with peace of mind. The only thing you need to do is be kind to your fellow humans. We can connect with all people, guide them, and assist with their sincere requests. The problem is that many of you have followed the beliefs and teachings of certain individuals who claim to have the only path to reach your Creator. You forget that sand sustains you, providing what you eat, and that water and wind are part of your existence. Without these elements, you are nothing. Through whom gives you life without charging you for any reward, we can easily connect you to your Creator without charging you and also grant you peace of mind when asking your Creator to bless you with good things through us, the wind, water, and sand. The truth you must know, we stand and fight for your good without your reward. If we can stand for you from the day you were born, we never disappoint. And for seeking blessings from your Creator through us, have it in mind that we don't charge for any reward. But you have to be good to your fellow humans. And this is our journey on earth to make you feel better in this world. We are always with you fighting for your good without your knowledge. Many people create their own beliefs, using religion to serve their desires. This results in a place devoid of peace of mind, filled instead with hatred that leads to war and suffering. Consequently, it becomes challenging to find peace with one another and seek the presence of our Creator. And what they created makes you abandon the truth because they are suppressing the truth with what they created for their desires. And that causes you to lose control and you don't even know where to stand or who to believe because they have taken charge of your affair. You don't own yourself, nor is your life controlled by others. To be free from the cage that humans have placed you in, you must work with the truth that your Creator has given you since the day you were born. Even when you were in your mother's womb, you had access to the elements, the wind, water, and sand. Remember that wind, water, and sand will never deceive you. They are symbols of good and have supported your mother during her pregnancy. They are always with you and can convey your messages to your Creator. Additionally, it is essential to seek internal freedom. And the perfect way to connect with your Creator is through the wind, water, and sand. They will not disappoint you because they never disappoint you. You have to set yourself free from whatever humans use to damage your brain. Try and do away with the things humans use to control you mentally and follow the wind, water, and sand. And they will show you the perfect way because they never disappoint in their services. They will serve you well. With them, you will be free from whatever that damaged your brain. Sometimes you may be wondering what protects you. Without your knowledge is the wind, water, and sand, which protect you from danger and perfect your way of surviving because they control everything, both spiritual and physical, and they always sustain you. And the wind, water, and sand are in the position to help you than the spirits that you are hoping to help you without knowing that the spirits have problems to solve more than humans do. Some spirits lose their rightful place, finding themselves in unsuitable conditions. When you ask for their assistance, they often present numerous demands in order to fulfill your request. Many of these spirits are unhappy with their current situation. As a result, they may require a high payment for their help, reflecting their discomfort with what they are experiencing. Because their heart is with war, and you that dwelling in a better place that your Creator positioned you, and you are calling upon the spirit that lost its dwelling place, cause of their mistakes, to come and help you to have a comfortable life and to help you to fight against your fellow citizens. They will come and destroy everything that makes you happy because they are not happy about their situation. How can someone who lives in a better place call upon someone who is in a difficult situation to come and help when that person is filled with anger, war, and hatred? They may end up destroying your peaceful home because they are consumed by their battles. It's hard to relate to someone who lives without joy. It is you, as a human, who can find peace of mind by connecting with your Creator. Embrace what He provides, such as the wind, water, and sand, which can offer you inner tranquility, the kind of peace of mind that the Spirit cannot provide. Through wind, water, and sand, you will travel freely to reach your Creator. You will begin to understand the truth of the earth and discover why the Creator brought you here to witness His creation. And He gives you power and wisdom to govern the things of the earth. And for that, you have been looking for a way to thank Him for allowing you to control the things of the world, and of which none is yours, but by the wisdom the Creator granted you that makes you powerful. In return, you have been searching for a way to thank Him for the understanding He gives you among all the living things you control. Thank your Creator for the three essential elements that sustain you: wind, water, and sand. Your Maker will look upon you and perfect your qualities. If you are searching for the best way to connect with your Creator, consider reaching out through the wind, water, and sand. You can call upon your Maker, who created these elements to always assist you. I thank you for the perfect work, protection, and blessings you have granted me. I'm grateful for your goodness through the wind, water, and sand. And your Creator will hear you, but do not worship the wind, water, and sand. Instead, appreciate their great work in your life by asking the Creator to bless them with what He knows is good for them. The truth you must learn is, if you can believe in what some people created and said with this thing or this person, you can connect to your Creator and you believe in them. Then how about what your Creator created and gives to you that always supports you to have a life? Through the elements of wind, water, and sand, your Creator will hear your request. By looking at the work of the wind, water, and sand upon our lives, we don't even know the desire of the wind, water, and sand, and they are the entrance to the pathway to reach our Creator. Because we can't find their desires whereby everything survives under them, and the things that living under them have desires, even the spirit have desires. But the wind, water, and sand, no one knows their desires except the Creator of the universe, who knows their desire. In my prayer, I pray to my Father, the Creator of the universe, who gives me the wind, water, and sand to assist me freely without collecting anything in return. I present the wind, water, and sand to my Creator to bless them with what He knows that it's their desire, of which I don't know. Bless them for me. Their work is marvelous upon my life to witness your creation on this earth. Bless them, and for them to bless me with the good things that's suitable with my life. I appreciated their services, and I find comfort in seeking your presence through the wind, water, and sand. Experiencing these elements brings me inner peace and strengthens my faith. I am truly grateful for their contributions to my life. Thank you, my Maker, for the work of the wind, water, and sand. All glory be to you. You can also pray according to your needs. As I breathe the wind, I shall breathe sound health, and my good wishes shall come to fulfillment. And as I drink the water and shower with water, I shall receive good things, and humans will favor me with good things. As I step on the sand, I shall receive good things and destroy the evil things against my life. All the spirits and individuals who wish harm upon my life shall be weaker than a mere stroke. They will lose their ability to fight against me. I will gain victory and freedom, and shame will fall upon those who conspire against me. My Creator, grant me the wisdom to overcome my enemies, and bless me with the strength and wisdom to push them far away and leave them in disgrace. See me through my Creator via the wind, water, and sand, and I believe through the wind, water, and sand you use to sustain my life, and through them you will fight my battle and grant me victory to glorify your mighty name in my language. Chukwu Okike Abiyama. You can pray as much as you want. Through the wind, water, and sand, you can find peace of mind by praying to your Creator. Through the wind, water, and sand, you can reach your Creator because wind, water, and sand always give you the best of life, the truth I give you. After all, I want you to be free from whatever humans created to damage your brain to control your personal affairs. I offer you what your Creator provides, which never fails you. Through this, you can seek forgiveness for any mistakes or wrongdoings you have committed. You can also ask for blessings for yourself or others. Additionally, you can pray against any negative forces that may affect you or anyone else. Your prayers, sent through the elements of wind, water, and sand, will quickly reach your Creator. And praying through the wind, water, and sand, it will make your faith grow higher because the wind, water, and sand are with you always, and they will perfect your life. And this is a hiding thing you should know to avoid your fellow humans controlling you and having access to your personal affairs. You may not realize that through the wind, water, and sand, you can connect to your Creator. Here I reveal the truth that can free you from the ways in which humans might have influenced your thoughts and controlled your life. To connect with your Creator through the elements of wind, water, and sand, you must be genuine and act from your heart. Do not work against your fellow humans, as these elements are witnesses to our actions. The wind, water, and sand connect us all, and they observe whatever good or evil we do to one another. They bear the weight of humanity and have the ability to present all of our deeds to our Creator. Whatever you accomplish is noted via the wind, water, and sand, and you cannot escape from the bad you committed on this earth. And through the wind, water, and sand, you can ask your Creator for forgiveness of your wickedness against yourself and your fellow citizens. If you consider yourself an evil person, it's important to stop engaging in actions that contribute to your negativity. By doing so, you will find that the natural elements of wind, water, and sand can help ease your life. Additionally, this change will allow you to begin repairing the damage you have caused to others. The truth is, don't go against your fellow human beings because the wind, water, and sand take their records of the things they do and the things you do. And even when you make a mistake, they know. And whatever you purposely do, they are aware of your good and bad deed because they have access to your mind. You have to understand that the wind, water, and sand surround your entire body. The wind and water are with you, and the sand carries your whole body and produces what you eat. And here you can see that what monitors whatever you do is the wind, water, and sand, not the spirit, because the spirit is a being like you and has its issues to resolve just as you do. The spirit being is not in a position to monitor everything you do. However, the wind, water, and sand are present and can observe your actions. They witness the interactions between the spirit and humans. Recognize the truth that can liberate you from the control of greedy individuals who have created systems to make you submissive to their commands. With this truth, Nobody can create something to control your life, and I don't ask you to follow me, but follow your Creator with what He gives you to live and witness His creation. Take note, humans cannot create something for you to reach our Creator of the universe because no one knows where the Creator dwells. Only the Creator of the universe knows where He resides. The wind, water, and sand obey His commands, and they consistently assist humans and bring human activities to Him. They are the three major things that monitor your activity on this earth. And they know how to pass messages to the Creator than the spirit being, because the spirit being they are in the battle with their fellow spirits as humans do. The wind, water, and sand can suppress both spirits and humans, actively monitoring their activities on earth. You might wonder how the Creator knows what I am doing, especially since there are so many people on this earth. The truth is that the wind, water, and sand observe everything everyone does. Everyone has wind and water within their bodies, and sand surrounds humans and their buildings. Through the elements of wind, water, and sand, our Creator is aware of all that we do, whether we are awake or asleep. Take note, the truth you must know. I'm here to tell you the truth you should know. And I cannot leave without telling you the truth that will set you free from whatever your fellow humans build to control your life. No one is perfect. We all always make mistakes, but with the truth we practice will set us free from the bondage we may fund ourselves. Your fellow humans created something to control you beyond your choice, and you are the one that allows your fellow humans to control you beyond your choice. Whatever humans created to govern their fellow humans cannot last for long because humans don't own humans. Despite the condition, it will end via conflict because there is a limit in everything humans created. It's important to understand this before allowing yourself to be influenced by the desires of others. Death can obliterate all humans and erase human history, but the wind, water, and sand endure. The truth you need to know to find your freedom is this: treat your fellow humans with kindness, and in return, the wind, water, and sand will support you, as they always do, to help you survive. As I started to practice connecting with my Creator through the wind, water, and sand, I began to recognize the elements of the earth. I realized these elements existed long before humans and have their perspectives to share. They understand that the spirit has issues to settle, much like humans do. I also recognize that relying solely on the methods humans created to reach the Creator of the universe can mislead one's mindset. Clear your mind and recognize that the forces monitoring human activity on earth are the wind, water, and sand, not the spirits battling among themselves. The truth is that if you want to work with the wind, water, and sand, you should not go against your fellow humans. Since the wind, water, and sand monitor your activities, don't expect forgiveness if you work against your fellow citizens. Do not come and say, "Oh, forgive me, my father, I didn't know what I was doing." Keep in mind that you are deceiving yourself because the wind, water, and sand are aware of what you have in your mind. They know your plans from the very beginning. You cannot claim ignorance about your actions, as the wind, water, and sand will warn you from the start. Do not harm your fellow human beings. When you ultimately choose to act for your pleasure, you may come to your Creator asking for forgiveness, pretending you didn't understand the consequences of your actions. Understand that everything you intentionally do against your fellow humans will ultimately be revealed to your Creator by the elements that support your life, such as wind, water, and sand. I want you to discover the truth that will set you free. The wind, water, and sand observe everything you do. The version of yourself that you often see in your dreams will confront the consequences of the actions your physical body took on this earth, which are not truly yours after your body returns to the sand. To be free from the darkness of guilt that keeps you captive for years is to be fair to your fellow human beings. The key to finding peace after death is how we treat our fellow human beings. It's not just about fasting and prayer. It's about having a conscience and showing kindness, and how you treat others will ultimately determine your access to a peaceful place after your physical body returns to the earth. I'm not providing you with what others might offer to control your life beyond your choices. Instead, I'm giving you what your Creator provides to acknowledge Him as your foundation. Without the elements, wind, water, and sand, you and I wouldn't have the opportunity to understand the spirit beings and our fellow humans. If your Creator can grant you the protection of the wind, water, and sand, it's something to be cherished constantly. The wind, water, and sand are in the position to record everything about you, and they are in the rightful place to deliver your prayer request to your Creator. And if the wind, water, and sand are connected to all humans, the wind, water, and sand will give an account of every good and bad of all humans after death. How humans treat each other in life determines their peace after death. Your mission on earth is to treat your fellow humans with kindness to achieve a peaceful life after death. Life in a physical body has a limited duration, but death itself does not have an age limit. Show your fellow humans the good you can, and never plan evil or do something to destroy your fellow humans if you are hoping to gain access to the peaceful place after your flesh returns to the sand. Always be nice to your fellow humans with understanding, because humans are the treasure of the Creator of the universe in flesh form on the earth to observe His creation. After your physical body leaves the surface of the sun, you will see the original self that you often recognize in your dreams while sleeping. And only your flesh has an expiration date, but your invisible body doesn't have an expiration date. And it is your flesh body that will give your hidden body peace after death, and that peace comes from the way you treated your fellow humans while you were alive. The truth I present to you will bring your original body peace after your flesh body returns to the sand. Reminder: the truth that records everything you do, as well as everything happening in the world, is found in the wind, water, and sand. These elements can convey everything about you to your Creator as they capture all of your actions. Even the hidden thoughts in your mind are observed, so you must be very careful in how you treat your fellow humans. The wind, water, and sand are attentive to your actions toward others and keep a record of them. They will never make a mistake in recording your actions towards your fellow humans, as well as the wind, water, and sand that are part of your life. They are always with you, even when you are sleeping. No one can escape from them. This is the truth. Don't support any bad things against your fellow humans if you are hoping to have peace after death. Be conscious of whatever you are doing with your fellow humans. Be nice and be very careful so that some people will not use you against your fellow humans. People who harbor a life that destroys their fellow humans don't want to see anyone who is nice or doing something good to their fellow humans. So be watchful with the kind of people that you are dealing with to avoid hurting yourself. Always put yourself together before the public. Treat your fellow human beings with kindness and refrain from acting against others. The choice to help someone financially or meet their needs is a personal decision, and what you can afford to contribute is valuable in their life. However, practicing goodwill toward others should be a fundamental part of your mindset. Learn to love yourself to love others. By doing good for your fellow humans, you are building a bank of help. When you contribute to this bank by assisting others, you create a network of support. In turn, when you have needs, those you have helped will be more likely to assist you. Remember, the more you give, the more you nurture relationships that can benefit you in the future. It's important to understand that everything you do is observed by the elements: wind, water, and sand. They are aware of your mistakes and the actions you take intentionally. If you believe that a spirit is constantly monitoring your behavior, you are deceiving yourself. Spirits cannot follow you at all times. The three major elements that can constantly follow you are wind, water, and sand. For this reason, no human will escape their sins, whether they pray for forgiveness or not. The wind, water, and sand are aware of the wrongs you have intentionally committed. The only solution is to stop committing harm against your fellow human beings. And praying for forgiveness is not enough. If you continue to act against others after prayer, you are not truly seeking to change. To be free from sin, you must actively refrain from doing evil. Recognize the harm you cause with your actions and make a conscious effort to treat others with kindness and respect. Peace of mind cannot be achieved simply by ceasing harmful actions against others. As a human being, you have the responsibility to own your actions and exercise self-control. This power has been entrusted to you not to oppose the world or harm your fellow humans, but rather to care for the earth. Our planet is a place for us to observe and appreciate creation. By calling the spirit always to assist you in your dwelling place, you are giving your power of authority to govern the earth to the spirit to control you, because spirits are strangers to this earth. No power is granted to them to rule over humans, but you as a human has the authority to govern the world, including the spirits. Humans are mismanaging their power of authority with some spirits that lost their dwelling place. And the power given to the humans to control the earth is different from the power given to the spirits at their dwelling place. For this reason, humans are not allowed to use the power of the spirit to control the earth as their dwelling place. And the spirit is not permitted to use human mentality to govern their dwelling place, and use the power of the spirit to control the things of the earth destroys the peace of the world. A spirit that uses human mentality to govern its dwelling place can disrupt the peace of that environment. For this reason, spirit power is not permitted to operate in the human realm, just as human authority is not allowed to be used in the realm of spirits. Human energy and spirit power are not designed to function on the same platform. Combining the power of human authority with spiritual power in one realm can lead to harm. Each of these powers has its appropriate domain and should not coexist in the same space. Humans suffer because they permit spirits to operate on earth by using their authority. At the same time, some spirits experience suffering because they allow themselves to be manipulated by humans against other humans. In summary, for humans to regain their authority over the earth, they must cease using spiritual power to manipulate worldly affairs. Furthermore, for a spirit that has lost its home to reclaim it, humans need to stop using spiritual power against themselves. It is ultimately humans who hold the ability to diminish the influence of spirits that do not belong to the earth. The spirits that lost their dwelling place cannot control earthly matters if humans stop granting them access to their authority. Humans don't need to summon spirits to work for them, as spirits do not contribute anything to human life as the wind, water, and sand do. We, as humans, have the power to control the world and make it a peaceful place. It is not the spirit that has the authority to create calmness. Rather, it is up to us to achieve peace of mind. Humans can create a peaceful world for themselves. We possess creativity and the capacity to manage other living beings, such as animals and trees. We don't need miraculous signs and wonders to establish peace on earth. The human brain and 5 fingers are the gifts given to humans to manage the things of the world. The human body is essential for unlocking the secrets of the earth and for exerting control over everything in the world. Instead of relying on spiritual powers, each person should focus on using their brain and physical abilities to navigate their environment. By doing this, they can restore peace of mind in their lives. In your prayers, refrain from blaming Satan for your actions. Instead, take responsibility for the evil you have committed. You are the one who chose to act unjustly, driven by your selfishness. Any harm you inflict upon others will ultimately lead to your suffering, not Satan's. Remember, the wind, water, and sand serve as witnesses to all your deeds. Therefore, you are accountable to these elements for your actions on this earth. You can also communicate with the Creator of the universe, our Father, through the elements of nature, wind, water, and sand. In prayer, refer to Him as the Creator of these elements, which constantly sustain your life and monitor all your activities, often without your awareness. I am calling upon you, my Creator, to guide me through this world that you have empowered me to witness. I feel overwhelmed by the negative forces that are troubling my life. Please intervene against anyone who is trying to hinder my progress. Help me achieve victory so that I can fulfill my mission on this earth that you have brought me to. My Maker, perfect my way with the good things of the earth. Let the wind, water, and sand treat me well. Let my presence powerless the evil spirit and humans' evil plans against me. Empower my invisible being, and my flesh look to destroy anything against my progress. My Maker, perfect my way with the good things of the earth. Let the wind, water, and sand treat me well. Let my presence powerless the evil spirit and humans' evil plans against me. Empower my invisible being and my flesh appearance to destroy anything against my progress. Let my invisible spirit unite with the wind, water, and sand to eliminate anything that opposes my blessings of a fulfilling life. Perfect my entire being so that it functions optimally and fulfills the purpose you envisioned for me, my Creator. Help me to strengthen my invisible essence to collaborate with the wind, water, and sand, restoring the good things in my life. My Creator guides me through the wind, water, and sand. This guidance makes me mindful in my interactions with others, ensuring I do not act against them. With the constant presence of wind, water, and sand in human life, no malicious agenda from humans or spirits can prevail against me. Through the influence of the wind, water, and sand, I declare that every sinful plan designed against me, both spiritual and physical, becomes powerless. In this life, always grant me victory for whatever comes against me, and my Creator, via the wind, water, and sand, increases my power of authority to overcome anything that has access to this world, both spiritual and physical. My Maker increases the power of the wind, water, and sand to conquer any spirit being that will extend against me. And my followers who approach you via wind, water, and sand, see them through and grant them the victory of a good life. My Maker, let the spirit being against humans know that no authority is given to them over humans on this very earth, but the wind, water, and sand that God's humans are attached to function with humans on this very earth, not the spirit. Because spirit, they are stranger on this earth, no power and position given to them on this earth. But they here to serve humans for them to restore the place of their nature. The spirit being is out of joy in this very earth, and without the function of the wind, water, and sand, the place of humans will not exist. And the world stands not by the spirit, but by the wind, water, and sand. And humans stand stronger on this very earth via the work of the wind, water, and sand, not by the spirit being. My Creator Chukwu Okike Abiyama, by these three unmovable things you granted me, my Maker, I can reach you through the wind, water, and sand. And through the constant work of the wind, water, and sand, I can destroy the spirits that will come against me. My Maker, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, through the wind, water, and sand that constantly sustained humans to gain life, destroyed whatever the evil spirit planted against my family and me via human instructions, and set my entire family free from whatever was against their lives. My Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, by the function of the wind, water, and sand, granted me and my family victory over our enemies, both spiritual and physical. And via the wind, water, and sand, see my entire family through and empower them to achieve every good thing you invested in their lives. Grant them a prosperous life, and I will always praise you through the marvelous work of the wind, water, and sand upon our lives. I am grateful for the constant work of the wind, water, and sand upon my life, both spiritual and physical. I thank you, my Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, for your loving kindness. I am praising your mighty name in my language, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, to be highly praised. I am highly blessed and empowered by the constant work of the wind, water, and sand upon my life. The entire being you granted me to operate on this very earth is thanking you for everything you offer me. On this earth is the best, your creativity is the best, and the wind, water, and sand are doing a very suitable job upon humans' lives. I greatly appreciate the continuous work of wind, water, and sand on every human being on this earth. I thank you, my Maker, Chukwu Okike Abiyama. You are the best. My Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, I thank you for the connection you granted me with the wind, water, and sand in this incredible world. I am grateful for the opportunity you have given me. I acknowledge my wrongdoing while admiring your innovation in this world. I mismanaged my emotion toward the things of the world. Have mercy upon my mismanaged. Let the wind, water, and sand enable me to rebuild my life to do what is right in your presence. And the constant work of the wind, water, and sand made me understand that I'm always in your presence. My Maker, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, please have mercy upon me of mismanaging the things of the world. Let the wind, water, and sand erase everything that they have recorded against my mismanage in this very earth if it is possible. My Maker, renew me and unite me with the wind, water, and sand for them to work for my betterment to achieve what is good in your presence. Increase the power of the wind, water, and sand to destroy anything that comes against me, both spiritual and physical. My Maker, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, Perfect me through the wind, water, and sand to do what is proper in your presence via the consistent work of the wind, water, and sand. I thank you, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, for the constant work of the wind, water, and sand upon my life and your children's that carries your glorious image, and via the steady work of the wind, water, and sand upon every human being. I forgive those humans who mistakenly work against me because of their misgoverned of the things of the earth. Set me free from the wrong things I mistakenly did against my fellow human being, and by the constant work of the wind, water, and sand, have mercy upon my life and see me through to achieve good things on the soil in your presence. I pray for every human being to present them to you, my Maker, through the wind, water, and sand, to have mercy upon them for mishandling the things of the earth. See them through to achieve what is good in your presence. And let the wind, water, and sand perfect their life, and to take away every evil mentality in them, separate them from the malicious activities towards their fellow humans. This earth is not for evil activities. You created the world to be a place of human activities with good behavior, not a place of using spirits for malicious activity. And the spirits that lost their dwelling and found themselves on this very earth have caused a lot of damage to human lives. They're using humans' authority to destroy the good things of humans. And some humans that lost their ways are using the spirit to work against their fellow humans' glory. Some mannerless humans and spirits that have lost their way have teamed up and destroyed the good things that humans cherish. My Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, maintains mercy and looks upon humankind on earth. Please destroy every evil power that works against their peace. You brought humans into this world to witness your creation, not for them to suffer at the hands of spirits that have lost their rightful place. My Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, set your children free from the evil destroying their peace and blessings, powerless every human working with spirits, destroying their fellow humans' peace and blessings. Weak and powerless spirits working against human peace and blessings, let your children, whom you brought to witness your creation, understand that you made suitable things for them and not harmful ones. Through the persistent efforts of wind, water, and sand, may the influence of every evil spirit over humanity be diminished. Allow your children to once again experience the goodness of the earth, just as it was in the beginning, a place for humans to enjoy and witness your marvelous creation. Grant each peace of mind, and may the collective spirit of humanity reduce all negative influences, restoring harmony and blessings. My Creator, may your children never witness evil actions again. Let evil power lose its influence, freeing every human from the shackles of wrongdoing. Help everyone understand that evil power serves no good purpose. It only destroys peace and blessings. Evil power does not wish well for humanity and thrives on causing suffering and agony. My Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, through the wind, water, and sand, let your children understand that the authority you granted to humanity to control the earth and enjoy its blessings lies within their minds and hands. It is through their creativity and the actions of their fingers that they can beautify the world and harness the potential of their thoughts, and not the actions of the spirit that lost its home, mistakenly finding itself in human dwellings. Human intelligence and the work of their 5 fingers made humans creative and powerful on the earth, which gives humans the power to control the world according to the limit of human grace. Father of creation, see your children through and let the wind that they breathe whisper in their ears to do what is right in your presence. Let the water that your children drink speak well in their minds. Let the sand that carries humans and produces what they eat direct their footsteps to do what is good. Let humans engage with good things through the constant work of the wind, water, and sand, and show your presence to all humans by perfecting their work. See them through, my Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Take away every evil mind in humans. Let humans see their fellow humans as one of their bodies to love one another and to dwell in peace, to embrace their daily blessings, and via the wind, water, and sand, refresh the minds of every human to be reasonable and to do what is right in your presence. My Creator, we do not worship the wind, water, and sand, but through their constant work upon humans' lives, we are worshipping you, my Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, via the wind, water, and sand that you give humans. And they are the 3 major things that hold the earth Without their constant work, nothing on the world will function. We appreciate their ongoing efforts on behalf of humanity. Through them, we can connect with you. Please strengthen my faith through the natural elements of wind, water, and sand. My Creator, these are the tools you use to sustain humans, and their work in our lives is truly remarkable. And you know the work of the wind, water, and sand is beyond humans' understanding. My Creator, via the wind, water, and sand, see humans through to achieve good things in your sight with the work of their brain and 5 fingers. You granted them to achieve good things on the earth. Let humans begin to understand the purpose of the wind, water, and sand in this world. And when any humans approach you through the wind, water, and sand, listen to their request and do good for them. To help them recognize that you are their Creator and that your intentions are good for all humanity, please show mercy upon your children. Even though some individuals may have succumbed to malevolence due to their weaknesses, may your presence dispel all evil forces that threaten their lives with every breath they take. My Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, you formed this earth from the beginning to be a comfortable place for humanity. With your energy in the wind, water, and sand, refresh the world so that evil spirits may be powerless against human peace and glory. Your children on earth need your intervention to set them free from evil captivity. For them to worship you through the elements of wind, water, and sand, I seek a path that is free from corruption, a way that understands every human heart, observes human actions, and assists individuals in achieving their goals. I desire a transparent and honest way without judgment, serving as the monitor of life and the supporter of human existence. My Creator, through the wind, water, and sand, I reach out to you and send my request. Please see me through, my Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama. It comes to me that no evil spirit and the human body can turn your creation upside down. None can stop the wind, water, and sand from existing. And if human and evil spirits can't stop the wind, water, and sand from not functioning on this very earth, it means that you love humans beyond humans' imagination, despite humans imperfect on this very planet by working with the evil spirit. Still, you show love to humans for allowing the wind, water, and sand to support humans' lives. My Maker, nor spirit, and humans' mentality, of which the body you created can turn your creation upside down. Spirit and humans can only turn their production upside down against themselves, not yours. The people in the world yelling that the world is not a good place to live, without knowing that the suffering is the foundation that humans and evil spirit built, that causing suffering and pains on the world. What is hurting humans' lives is greediness and hatred, and is not among what you created. And all that you created is good to all humans, the fruits, foods, sun, moon, and stars. And without the constant work of the wind, water, and sand, they will not exist. You showed love to humans that you invited to witness your creation. My Creator, all that you made on the earth is not against humans. Humans are mismanaging what they constructed against themselves, making them see the things of the earth as imperfect. Have mercy upon humans and grant them wisdom and understanding to manage the things of the world and observe peace with one another. And let humans find peace with wind, water, and sand that you created to sustain humans to witness your creations and to achieve good to glorify you. Some individuals have lost their faith because of the misinterpretation of what some people built to approach you with lies and greediness. But through the wind, water, and sand, answer your children's prayers and do what is good to them through the constant work of the wind, water, and sand. My Maker, humans are seeking your presence and allow them to approach you through the wind, water, and sand without anyone misleading them. And all humans are connected with the wind, water, and sand, and through the wind, water, and sand, all humans will like themselves by the constant work of the wind, water, and sand upon their lives. Evil activity cannot be hidden in the sight of the wind, water, and sand. My Maker, you created wind, water, and sand. Before other creations, grant humans access to approach you through the wind, water, and sand, and let the wind, water, and sand to powerless every negative power that comes against humans. Always grant your children the victory of peace and unity, perfect their brain and their five fingers to function well in their creativity to better your life. See your children through via the wind, via the water, via the sand. Let human who prays to you through the wind, water and sand hear their prayers and see them through in their request. Bless them and grant them wisdom, knowledge to manage their blessings. Let the wind, water and sand always make them have conscience in everything they do to avoid them hurting their fellow humans. I blessed all humans through the constant work of the wind, water and sand. Now open your hands and receive good health, wisdom and understanding, peace, love, to work with your fellow humans. Do what is good and right in the presence of our Creator to gain peace of mind. You are blessed through the wind, water and sand. I say meaning so shall it be in Igbo land. Any country hopping on the spirit to assist them in everything, such a country will be unstructured. Spirits are not for this world, and humans are for this world, and the Creator empowered humans to develop the earth with their brains and the work of their five fingers. Many people in Africa hope for spirits to develop the continent, unaware that these spirits act like the colonial masters who exploited Africans. The next time you feel the wind, close your eyes and take a deep breath. When some spirits create problems, others come for peacemaking, delaying unity, and weakening the minds and capabilities of African developers. Many African countries are hoping for the spirits to do everything for them both. In government, Africans should understand that the power of humans to develop the earth is with their brain and five fingers, not hopping on the spirit that doesn't have the power of developing a country. African countries can develop beyond Europe because they have all kinds of natural resources if Africa can stop hopping on the spirit to do this and that for them, and start using their brain and their five fingers to work and believe to themselves that they can be creative to develop more than other continents. Why Africa is undeveloped? Because African governments are waiting for their colonial master to tell them what to do and how to manage their governments to produce or manufacture their products, without knowing that the colonial masters are only using the things of their brains and their five fingers to control Africans' government. The human brain can think, and its five fingers establish its reality. Africans should understand that spirit cannot manufacture any product to better their economy to develop Africa. And the spirits can only perform signs and wonders that can harm human lives because the spiritual powers are not of this earth but of humans. The reason why Africa is not developing is that Africans trusted in the spirit work without knowing that spirits are not of this earth. Africans should understand that spirits are jealous of humans' glory because they lost their own, and that is why they can quickly destroy human blessings. And if they can have permission from humans to work against humans' benefit, you should ask yourself why spirits can quickly destroy human life rather than fixing it. Is because the spirits are not of this earth, and humans are using them to commit evil than doing good. Some spirits that dwell on the earth have lost their kingdom, where their power is recognized. They are unhappy on this earth because they do not belong here. This earth belongs to humans, and humans, depending on spirit performance, have destroyed a lot of things in Africa, and they can't fix it. Spirits can destroy the earth more than humans because many spirits that have lost their beautiful places where their power is recognized are unhappy. The people in Africa are suffering because of the mismanagement of both spirits and humans. Africans, ask yourselves why Europe and Asia are developing more rapidly than Africa. The reason lies in their belief that their brains and hands are capable of manufacturing products that will improve their economies and grow their countries. It is only through human intelligence and effort that we can develop the world. Not a spirit sings and wonders. What is the role of spirits on this earth? You can observe it. For instance, Mr. A may call upon a spirit to harm Mr. B's life, while Mr. C summons other spirits to help restore Mr. B's life. This signifies the work of spirits in Africa. However, it seems that these spirits do not provide ideas for creating products that could improve a country's economy or contribute to the betterment of people's lives. In the same way, the spirits are dealing with Africans, is the same way the colonial masters are dealing with Africans. Group A will say, let's go and destroy the people of Africa to steal from their natural resources, and Group B will say, let go and fix Africa with delay to steal from them. Africans can only be free when they believe in their brains and five fingers. With their brain, they can think of something to produce and manufacture with their five fingers to better their economy. I pray to you via what your Creator gives you, that made up who you are, not what humans give you to control your life and to have access to your resources. And I connect you to our Creator through the three things that sustain your life to witness His creation: the wind, water, and sand that contributed who you are and for you to achieve all the good things our Creator, the King of Kings, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, placed in you. The wind and water sustain your life, and the sand carries you and produces everything you eat. And these three major things sustain your systems to functions. And these three major things our Creator gives us through them. We can easily connect to our Creator in prayers and other things we need from Him. You directly pray, "My Creator who gives me wind, water and sand to sustain my life. I'm in your presence, see me through, have mercy upon my wrongs deeds, and perfect me via the wind, water and sand that constantly sustains my life to do what is right in your presence. Take away whatever troubles me, and anything in me that not allowing me to do what is right in your sight, take them away. Perfect me through the elements of wind, water and sand. Let your power within me accomplish the great purpose you have assigned to me. I call upon your mighty name in my language, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, and recognize you as the King of Kings. Direct me to fulfill the remarkable light you have invested in me, so that your praise may resound from generation to generation, supported by the wind, water, and sand that sustain my life. Wind, water, and sand help me to be friendly to my fellow humans, so that when my flesh body is weak to return to the sand, my invisible being will have peace, because humans are the key to unlocking the door of a peaceful place after flesh body departed. My Creator, via the wind, water, and sand, perfect me to treat my fellow humans nicely with understanding, not to plot evil against them. And via the wind, water, and sand that sustains me, perfect me physically and spiritually to do what is right in your presence. I pray for you through the wind, water, and sand our Creator gives us that sustaining our lives. Obtain power to fulfill everything our Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the King of Kings, the owner of all humans, placed in you. Henceforth, every good thing you are pursuing to better your life, receive them and do what is right in the presence of our Creator, the owner of all humans and languages for His glory. Through the wind, water, and sand, you are blessed and empowered to achieve the good things our Creator placed in your position. And the wind will grant you strength and good health, and the water will perfect every part of your body to function well. And the sand will guard your footsteps to achieve good things our Creator placed in your position to achieve. You will fulfill your mission on earth according to the intention of our Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the King of Kings, the owner of all humans and languages. For His praises we pray, Lesi, meaning so shall it be. Here we present our five fingers to our Creator to perfect them to achieve the good things our brain brings. The five fingers in my language mean the head of man prosperity, and without the five fingers Li. The brain will think and plan, but it will not come to fulfillment. So in our prayers, we present our five fingers, IC, to our Creator to perfect our five fingers, to achieve the good things from our brains to better our lives. In my prayer, I present the five fingers, to be empowered by our Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, to beautify the earth with the composition of the brain. We are blessed and empowered to achieve good things with our brains, and five fingers via the constant work of the wind, water, and sand. Henceforth you will accomplish the good things in your brain with your five fingers, ICs, meaning so shall it be. By the authority granted to me by our Creator, I pray for you. I ask that any powers not assigned by our Creator to assist you in achieving the good things He has placed in your life, through the constant work of wind, water, and sand that sustain us, be rendered powerless. I also bind any evil spirits and malicious plans of humans that turn your mind against your fellow beings. By the wind, water, and sand our Creator uses to sustain our lives, now receive every good thing that evil has taken from you that is suitable for your life. From now on you are blessed, and power stands against your glory, and the prosperity that our Creator made for you. Any power against them is now powerless by the constant work of the wind, water, and sand that sustains your life. I see, meaning, so shall it be. Understand that any power working against you did not contribute anything good in your life, and the evil spirits are using the power of the human's brain and five fingers to control the earth that is not of them. And via the wind, water, and sand, any power that not of this earth raises against you, such power will be automatically powerless, because they are not contributing anything good in your life as the wind, water, and sand accomplishes. Be free from whatever evil spirit deposited in your life that troubles you. Be free now and achieve the good things our Creator made for you. I see, meaning so shall it be. And I see. It represents our five fingers to accomplish all the good things that our Creator placed in our brains. Understand this: if anyone said that the world is nothing, that person said it out of what humans made, which makes the person incompetent on this very earth. And this earth is established via our Creator Chukwu Okike Abiyama, not via humans. Only the Creator of the earth will decide that his world is worthless, not humans that the Creator Chukwu Okike Abiyama brought into the world to witness his creation. If the Creator hasn't ended his world, it means that the Creator wants his world to keep moving, and humans are not in the position to condemn the world as worthless, because humans did not create the wind, water, and sand that sustains humans and every living thing on the earth. Humans who criticize the earth are those humans who found themselves in undeveloped countries, and that makes them define the world as worthless if the world is valueless. Why are the wind, water, and sand still functioning to sustain the living things on the earth? If the world is not a place for humans, flesh can't establish. How about the animals that humans butchered every day, and the animals are not finished but keep flourishing day by day? If our Creator made the world worthless, he will terminate animals, and he will stop the sand from producing food for humans. The reason why the sand and animals are producing food for humans is that the Creator wants his world to keep functioning, as the owner of companies wants his companies to keep functioning, and that is the fact. Indeed, the earth is for the flesh, and humans are in the position of establishing themselves with the creation of their brains and five fingers, and the world is a place of continuity. And no humans can stop the continuity of the earth. Despite humans' weapons and virus, none of them can prevent the continuity of the world, and humans may pollute the air and water to kill themselves. But with time, air and water will produce fresh air and water to sustain humans to continue the continuity of the earth. The world is a perfect place for humans, but humans make it uncomfortable for themselves because of their greediness and misconduct to conquer and control others. And how can a country acquire dangerous things against humans to rule the world that they did not create, whereby the wind, water, and sand are the things that sustain everything on the earth? And whatever humans bring out from their brains and establish with their five fingers, the truth remains that humans and everything in the world are owned by the Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Only the Creator of the earth is in the position to stop the function of the wind, water, and sand, to cause everything in the world to vanish, and to make humans and their manufacturing worthless. But because of the existence of the wind, water, and sand that monitors humans' productivity, he keeps the world going, because no humans can escape from their wrong deeds against their fellow humans. However, we should not create conditions that lead to our destruction due to a greedy mentality. If you are a human making the earth uncomfortable for yourself and others because of your selfishness, where else do you expect to go and find peace of mind? The question remains, who is the owner of that place you want to go and find peace of mind? Does that place belong to the owner of this very earth? So if you can't manage this earth, what assurance do you have to handle the other side after death? Which mentality are you going to use to better the other side when you die? And if you fail to manage this very earth? To manage this earth, we have to do away with the evil mentality and allow every country to handle their resources, to develop themselves, and to stop deceiving and stealing from another country in the name of world power, that no humans own wind, water, and sand that sustains all humans' lives. The Creator gives humans the privilege to handle the things of the earth with a peaceful mind, not to destroy the things of the world with what their brain and five fingers manufactured. And if humans can't stop the functions of the wind, water, and sand, It means that these three major things are powerful than humans. And if our Creator decides to destroy all humans, the wind, water, and sand will remain to sustain the new humans that will replace the old humans. Have it in mind and be wise. No human being can take away the wind, water, and sand from this very earth. So if you don't have such power to remove the wind, water, and sand from this earth, how do you think that you can end the world with your weapons and virus? Only the water can cover you with all that you created. If our Creator doesn't want this very earth to exist, He will take away the wind, water, and sand, and that will be the end of every living thing in the world. For this reason, I decided to approach my Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, with these three major things, the wind, water, and sand that He uses to sustain every living thing in the world. Because the activities of these three elements are beyond human imagination, and without the contribution of the wind, water, and sand, humans' brains and their 5 fingers will not function to establish humans' invention. Let's think of this. Someone destroyed someone's house, or car killed the person's wife, husband, and children, and said, "I just want to see your reaction, and I believe you will forgive me for destroying your belongings." If you were in such position, what will you do to a person who purposely destroys your thing and your family? Present this situation to our Creator for those who have deliberately harmed their fellow humans and claim, "Oh my Creator, I know you will forgive me." Reflect on this and let the world find peace. About spirit. We have to look into these. The reason why spirits left their dwelling place is that they did something unacceptable that made the Creator send them out from their dwelling place. And here they are to work with humans. And for spirits to work with humans are the tax for them to restore their dwelling place. And their mission here is to do good work with humans, not evil assignment, because doing bad work with humans, it will cause them not to return to their dwelling place where their authority is recognized. Spirits meant well for humans, and in any land where there are humans, they have the authority to command spirits to do their bidding, but not evil work. Each country has good spirits, and any land that has evil spirits is caused by the humans misleading the spirits to execute iniquity for them. Spirits do not have harmful intentions towards humans. Rather, it is humans who use spirits to engage in unlawful behavior. This leads people to label these spirits as evil. Without human involvement, spirits cannot cause harm as they act through human authority. Humans need to show concern for them. Visualize your worries and fears sinking into the sand, being absorbed by the earth. Use spirits for good purposes, not for evil, avoiding condemnation of their presence on earth. I will not accept the condemnation that every spirit that my forefathers conducted is an evil spirit. And in my land, nothing like evil spirits, because spirits don't have the power or authority to control the things of the earth. But humans are the ones handling the things of the world. And humans are misleading spirits that lost their dwelling place to do a bad job for them. Spirits that enter this earth are under human control, as humans often mismanage them. Spirits lack the physical form to act independently and are activated by human commands. And again, the spirits don't have emotions as humans do, and they don't know humans' distress. And the spirits can do whatever humans summon them to do. And humans are the ones that cause evil against themselves. And without humans showing concern to the spirits, they will not go against humans. Any powerful spirits in any community are the humans that made such spirits powerful, and spirits cannot be powerful without humans' support. Whatever spirits have here on earth is offered by humans. Any good spirits are the ones that humans use for good work, and evil spirits are those spirits that humans use for sinful assignments. And again, the good spirit doesn't disturb if humans stop using them because they have good records in the presence of the Creator of the universe. But the evil spirits disturb because they create more punishment upon themselves by allowing humans to use them to work against humans. The truth is that the earth is a second chance for those spirits that lost their dwelling place because of their bad behavior. And the spirits that are here on the world must behave well to regain back their dwelling place where spirits have the authority to do things of their own, because this earth is not for spirits but is for humans. And any spirit that allows itself to be used by humans for an evil assignment, such spirit will never regain its precious dwelling. you notice that spirits are distant from humans because this earth is for humans, not for the spirit. And humans should not expect spirits to do things for them. From the beginning, our Creator made the earth for humans' dwelling, not for a spirit-dwelling place. And for that, this very earth is for humans, not of spirits. And humans are in the position to beautify the world with the creativity of their brain and 5 fingers, not the spirit's signs and wonders. Some communities fight spirits that their forefathers made evil, and such spirits are the spirits that their forefathers used to fight against themselves. For a human to mislead a spirit to fight against humans, such spirits need a human soul or animal blood to cover their body to be active, because the spirits don't have the power to attack humans with their spirit appearance. And this is the reason why spirits require humans' bodies or animal blood, because this earth is for flesh, body, not for the spirits. A spirit that requires human blood to manifest will finally turn into an evil spirit. This transformation occurs because the soul of the sacrificed human disturbs the spirit, which does not have authority over it. As a result, the spirit may become aggressive toward the community that offered the blood. Any spirit that humans offered humans' blood to be active, and with time, the wind, water, and sand will remind the spirit that for you to accept human blood, you will never regain your spirit dwelling place. Because you allowed humans to tag you an evil spirit in your second chance to recover your lost kingdom, and for you to accept every work from human that has caused you to fail your dwelling place totally. From this perspective, any spirit that fails to reclaim its rightful dwelling after entering this world has suffered harm due to human selfishness. Such a spirit may turn hostile towards those greedy individuals who seek to manipulate others for their gain. The evil spirits present on earth are those that humans transform into malevolent entities. These spirits are used by individuals to work against their fellow humans, often by giving them a bad reputation. The elements that sustain human life, such as wind, water, and sand, will condemn the actions of these spirits toward the humans they are supposed to protect. Consequently, the wind, water, and sand will ensure that those spirits never regain their former authority. This is because they have failed to take advantage of the second chance granted to them by our Creator to reclaim their rightful place. After the conversation between the wind, water, sand, and the spirits that were exploited by greedy humans for malicious purposes, those spirits would become angry with the humans who prevented them from regaining their home in a second chance. That is why those humans that use spirits to gain power and money, those spirits keep demanding humans' blood from them so that those humans will also suffer with them after their flesh bodies depart from this earth. From this point of view, humans shouldn't use spirits for evil assignments against their fellow humans, because this earth is a second chance for the spirits to regain their dwelling place. And using the spirits for evil work against humans will cause more damage to the spirits than humans that using them to do the evil assignment, and it will become more disastrous to humans to have peace after death. From this perspective, humans should utilize spirits in their second chance to reclaim their lost dwelling and to do meaningful work here on earth. By doing so, both the spirits that find themselves on this earth during their second chance and the humans who engage with these spirits to perform good deeds will ultimately regain their rightful places and find peace after death. In this perspective, every spirit on earth has the potential to do good for humanity. Humans need to guide these spirits in performing positive actions. When spirits arrive on earth, they are like newborns, knowing nothing. Therefore, humans should teach them how to do good deeds, assisting them in regaining their lost kingdom. For spirits who have lost their dwelling due to their wrongdoings, earth serves as a second chance for redemption. In this point of view, stop using the spirits to do bad things because they are here for a second chance to regain their dwelling place. Stop provoking the spirits in their second chance to regain their dwelling place, and stop using them against your fellow humans so that those spirits here can regain their dwelling place. This earth is for humans' dwelling, a place where humans have the authority to command and to beautify the things of earth with their brains and their 5 fingers. The spirits can have a positive relationship with humans if they are used for good purposes. Humans must not engage in negative actions that could provoke judgment from the elements of wind, water, and sand for their imperfect behavior. These spirits are on earth seeking a second chance to reclaim their rightful dwelling place. In this perspective, no spirit is inherently evil. It is I who use spirits to cause harm to my fellow humans. Ultimately, I am the one who will suffer for my actions. The spirits on this earth are like newborn babies. They do not understand human feelings and pain. In contrast, humans have the capacity to comprehend each other's emotions and suffering. Humans have been entrusted with the responsibility to manage the earth, as their creator empowered them to govern the world before the arrival of spirits. The ability to control the earth lies with humans, as this planet is a dwelling place for humanity. Any spirit that comes to this earth is under human control. Whatever humans command spirits to do, they will comply. If you instruct spirits to engage in sinful actions, they will do so. However, be aware that if you lead spirits to perform evil deeds against others, you will ultimately face the consequences of your actions. If you believe that after using spirit to harm others with evil intentions, you can simply ask for forgiveness, you are deceiving yourself. The wind, water, and sand will bear witness to all your malicious plans against your fellow human beings. In this perspective, you cannot escape the evil deeds you perform against your fellow human beings using spirits. I disagreed with those who claim that all the spirits in my land are evil. Fighting against these spirits as if they were all malevolent would only consume my time, while others focus on developing their lands. Fighting the spirits in my land as evil spirits will also cause me not to see the good things in my land. And those who refuse to fight the spirits in their land are those who are busy developing their lands to better their lives. Those who spend all their time fighting the spirits in their land remain undeveloped. In contrast, those who choose to be at peace with the spirits in their land are those who can travel to the land of those who spend their time fighting the spirits in their land to discover some things to manufacture that can help humankind. Engaging in conflicts with spirits in the name of religion can waste valuable time that could be better spent on developing your country. While spirits may never truly die, they can be weakened. Focusing on fostering positive growth in your nation is more important for improving its prosperity than constantly battling these entities. Humans can find a way to coexist peacefully with spirits, allowing for a harmonious relationship. I said to a community, use the spirit in your land to do good work, not bad things, so that you will help your people to stop fighting spirit all their lives. Fighting spirit causes undeveloped because it will cause all your time. And fighting spirit all time damaged brain because all your lives focused on fighting spirits. And it will make your brain lacking the ideation work to develop your land. For me, any spirit that resides in my land and is willing to work with me will only be used for the benefit of my fellow humans. I choose not to use the spirits for destructive purposes. I intend to help the spirits regain their lost kingdom through our collaboration. I am aware that the wind, water, and sand serve as witnesses to whatever work I carry out with the spirits. Because of the constant work of the wind, water, and sand, I cannot hide the activities between me and the spirits. From this point of view, I will use the spirits to do good work, so that after working with the spirits, they will regain their lost kingdom, and I will gain peace after death. We can correct our errors and start using the spirit to do good things so that we can use our time to manufacture what we consume and to use our time to develop our country. A country that produces what you consume focuses on constructive industries rather than spending its time battling spirits. Instead, they collaborate with the spirits to promote good work and assist them in reclaiming their rightful dwelling places. This partnership brings happiness, as the earth offers the spirits a second chance to regain their lost kingdom. The spirits are not naturally against humans. Rather, it is humans who sometimes misuse them to carry out harmful actions against one another. My people try and learn how to use the spirits in our land to do good work to your fellow brothers and sisters, so that we can use our time to do something that can help us to manufacture what we consume and to develop our land. Let's encourage ourselves to stop using spirits for everything, as they are here for a second chance to regain the dwelling place they lost due to their past behavior. We should not use them to do bad things again. And spirits are here for humans to help them with good behavior to regain their kingdom of authority. Spirits are not evil, as humans often believe. They have their kingdom and genuinely care for humans. Although spirits have their ways, which may contradict human customs, their understanding does not necessarily align with human understanding. That is why humans can use them to do bad things without their knowledge, because the understanding of the spirit is totally out of this earth. You can acknowledge it, and some people use the spirit to do good work. And some people use the spirits to do a sinful work. It shows that the spirits don't know the outcome of the work that humans sending them to do. The spirits are under humans for them to regain their lost kingdom. And for them to serve humans is a chance given to them to regain their lost kingdom. And that is why the spirit can quickly answer humans whenever humans call upon them. A spirit demanding things of the earth from humans is caused by the humans giving them the things of the world to carry out their assignment. And for that, they become used to it to have evidence of any humans using them for work, both good and bad. Our Creator created humans, and spirits freely send the spirits here on earth to correct their errors so that doing good work with humans will help them regain their dwelling place. In this point of view, humans should learn how to use spirits to do good things, not bad things. And again, humans don't need to use spirits in everything, because the Creator of the universe gave humans a brain and 5 fingers to establish themselves before the spirits came into the earth. Using spirit all the time causes the human's brain and 5 fingers to be imperfect in creativity, because the brain and 5 fingers are for humans to manufacture what they consume to develop their lands and to have a better life with one another. We must keep in mind that this world was created by a creator who owns the wind, water, and sand that sustain all humans and living things in it. The truth is that if you think this earth is worthless, can you be able to create wind, water, and sand? If you can't, then the world is not valueless because it's owned by a particular creator, and the creator of the wind, water, and sand will not create the wind, water, and sand, and with all in it, and make them worthless before the presence of the wind, water, and sand is impossible. And if the world is worthless for your understanding, then why there is a replacement for death? And if there is a replacement of death, it proves that the world is not valueless to the creator of the world. Humans die, and women give birth. Similarly, female animals give birth to replace the deceased. If anyone tells you that this world is worthless, that person is misleading you. First, humans are liquid to form in a woman's womb, which is another world, woman's womb, and the second is earth. And if you call this world worthless, how about the woman's womb, your first world? After this earth, there is another place to have peace of mind, and that peaceful place requests our good behavior from this earth. And that good behavior is the way you treat your fellow humans with kindness. Don't destroy any human because you are not the creator of human. And if you treat your fellow human beings well on this earth, you will have peace after this planet. And this earth is a place for you to achieve the entrance of the peaceful place after your flesh body departed from this world. If this world is a place for you to archive the entrance of a peaceful place after death, it proves that this world is not worthless for any human, and a country that plans well knows how to develop their country and to give their citizens a good living. A well-planned country will not call this world worthless, except those who are living in a country that doesn't plan well for their citizens can name this world worthless. The Creator made His creation perfect before humans made it imperfect with their products out of their greediness. And a country destroys a country to steal from them out of selfishness. Humans destroyed themselves because of a lack of self-control and eagle mentality, and we have to understand that the Creator of the universe cannot create the earth and make it worthless before His creatures. The question is this: can anyone suffer and build a huge house or cultivate a farm? And someone calls it worthless if you are the owner of the house and a farm. How will you feel when someone calls your effort valueless? If you think the earth is valueless, then let the owner of the world take away his wind, water, and sand. Then you will understand what is called a worthless world. If these 3 major things still functioning on the earth, wind, water, and sand, it proves that the owner of the world still wants his world to be functioning. A place like Africa is a place where you can see a preacher preaching the world is worthless, a place where the wind, water, and sand are still at work. Africans fail to plan how to develop themselves to manufacture what they consume to build sustainable systems that can enable them to stand firm in their lands. If Africans can adjust unreasonable spending of their fund and look into the manufacturing of what they consume and what their forces are required to guard their countries, and established a good living for their citizens, then they will begin to understand that the world is not worthless, and if the wind, water, and sand are still active, it proves that the world is not valueless. A country that plans well for its citizens never quotes a worthless world, and it's only those who name the world worthless need to reset their brains and minds. Every country needs to build a system that can stop suffering in their country and stop greed, stop tribalism, and centralize the power, practice equality in government, let every part of the country develops. The first step in building a system to alleviate suffering is to focus on productivity, which in turn will enhance the economy. It is essential to avoid embezzling the country's funds meant for development. This approach will help attract foreign investments, create more jobs for citizens, and ultimately reduce crime and corruption. And for the preachers of the regions to stop preaching what happens in another man's land for ages and preach what happens in your land and the solution how to solve the problem in your land. Preachers, address your leaders and urge them to lead effectively. If anyone insists that you shouldn't judge those who commit lawlessness, remember that you have the right to judge your leaders who mismanage the country's budget. Leaders who fail to foster development contribute to suffering, sin, and crime. Your preaching should focus on your country's leaders, not on poor individuals who are easily deceived and exploited for personal gain. Preachers, preach to your leaders to lead well, and if anyone is telling you that you don't have the right to judge anyone that committing lawlessness, you have the right to judge your leader who is misleading the country's budget, who fails to develop the country. Lack of development causes suffering, sin, and crimes. This is where your preaching goes, to your country leaders, not to poor people that you can easily deceive and steal from their pocket to enrich yourself. The reason why Africans are suffering is that their religious preachers never preach against stealing in their government. African religious preachers are fighting the devil that they cannot see, but the devil that they can see that causes suffering in the land, they never fight to correct them. African preachers failed. Religion preachers are everywhere in Africa, but no development because no one is preaching the truth that can save Africans from undeveloped. And any preacher who is not preaching against the evil in his land, that person is not a preacher of the good news of the land. African preachers have to stop preaching about what happened in the past in another man's land and start preaching about what happens in their land and what causes suffering that leads to sin and crimes. The undeveloped country has no manufacturing, no production, no electricity, no good road, no good hospital, no good water, and no jobs after schooling. And such a country will be full of sin, crimes, and that caused by the leaders of the country. African preachers, what has happened in Israel for ages cannot stop sin and crime in a country that does not provide jobs for its citizens after they complete their schooling. To all African religious leaders, please take note that the people of Israel are actively developing their land by producing what they consume and constructing defenses against those who have attacked them. Israel is not focused on its past. Instead, it is building a government system designed to prevent suffering, which leads to sin and crime. African preachers, if you fail to preach against the poor systems in Africa, how can you stop the suffering that causes sin and crimes in Africa? In my view, religion in Africa does not benefit Africans. Rather, it keeps them in darkness and exploits them, leading to increased suffering. Foreign religions in Africa are darkness upon Africans, and they never preach the truth that can save Africans from suffering, but preach to steal from their pocket to enrich themselves. You preachers of Africa, if you keep preaching what happened in Israel for ages and you abandon the wickedness happening in your lands, you are destroying the people of your land. Israel is building its country to be better, and you keep preaching its past, not its current development. I'll tell you, African preacher, you are blind to the money attached to your religion, and that makes you senseless before other continents. You love the money to enrich yourself, not to tell your leaders the truth that can bring good changes in your country. You, African religion preacher, stop preaching what happens in Israel and preach what happens in your country to save lives, and stop fooling yourself by preaching what people wrote about Israel, and start preaching the truth that can develop your country and stop your people from suffering that caused sin, crimes. Preachers preach about the systems that can help your government to develop your country and to stop people from suffering that causes sin, crimes. To live like other developed countries or even surpass them, so that foreigners can come to your country, bringing more development and creating jobs for your people after they finish school. This is your work, you African religion preachers. Go and preach what happens in your land, because Israel, Europe, and Asia don't preach what happens in Africa, but what happened in their land, how to fix its problems, and to bring good living in their country to save lives by stopping jobless after schooling that causes sins and crimes. I want to share this important thought. If any preacher comes to your area and claims that the world is worthless, you should not listen to them. When they return to their own country, they preach about development to improve the lives of their people and to combat sin and crime. In Africa, it is not uncommon for a foreign preacher to deliver sermons promising that after enduring suffering, one will reach heaven, a place of development. Meanwhile, the preacher collects donations and returns to their home country to speak about the development that can improve their community. That is what makes Africans think suffering is a normal thing, and without knowing that suffering is a darkness upon the flesh that makes the flesh commit sins and crimes. I tell you, to live a better life in a country developed by the government that can help you out of sins and crimes, and that can take you to a place where you may find peace after death. Always treat your fellow humans with kindness, not with suffering and sorrow. What causes you to suffer is your government system, which leads to your country remaining undeveloped, while developed countries induce less suffering among their citizens. Every person should contribute positively to reduce human suffering and promote a good life. Humans have a connection with the Creator of the universe through wind, water, and sand. The Creator of the universe created the wind, water, and sand to assist humans and to be creative to better their lives, to avoid suffering that leads to sins and crimes. Every human being should be living a better life without suffering to witness the creation of our Creator and to praise Him for His perfection so that He can open another door where humans can have peace after death. For this view, every preacher in Africa should turn their preaching to their governments to develop Africa, because this earth is not worthless, and every human should have a better life before death. Suffering causes sin, crimes, and evil acts, but good living brings joy and happiness doesn't attract sins, crime. Residing in a developing country brings happiness, and it reduces sin and crime. Africans, let's take away anything that doesn't help Africans to develop and stop practicing something that doesn't stop us from suffering. Africans must re-evaluate their practices to find solutions that will help develop our lands and alleviate the suffering of our people, which leads to sin and crime. We have to focus our minds on things that can bring development in Africa, not everywhere religion, without giving an idea of manufacturing what we consume. Religion in Africa is only taking from our pocket without giving us an idea of development and self-defense when enemies attack. Africans are lost by what they are practicing, called foreign religion, and they are stealing from us and causing more suffering in Africa. All countries in Africa, hold unto your brain for development and to stop suffering that causes sin and crime, because we are attached to the Creator of the universe through wind, water, and sand. And in the same way, Asia and Europe are connected to the Creator of the universe. You have the title to be creative and develop your lands without anyone controlling you mentally and how you should live in your land by what they manufactured to put fear in your mind, and what makes a country a world power is what they manufacturing. Africans, if you are not involved in manufacturing, how can you become a world power, like Israel, which you often reference in your discussions? The truth to deliver yourself from suffering is to develop your country, to remove the shame that covered you before other continents. Suffering yourself doesn't mean you have sacrificed to gain a peaceful place after death. Being poor doesn't mean you have sacrificed to gain a peaceful place after death. Being a rich person doesn't mean that you have everything to gain a peaceful place after death. Being prayerful doesn't mean you will gain a peaceful place after death. Fasting always doesn't mean you will gain a peaceful place after death. What gives access to a peaceful place after death is the way you treat your fellow humans and the way you handle the spirit being that came to the world to do good work with humans and to regain their peaceful kingdom. From the Obi Nunku Chineke, bring to you the truth of the brain and 5 fingers, and the purpose of the wind, water, and sand. From Onyendu, Ikuku Achinike, wind, water, and sand are the fundamental elements that form the basis of ancient altars. Without these elements, altars would not exist on earth. If you were to remove wind, water, and sand, what would remain? Nothing. These elements are essential to everything on earth. Without them, the planet would be unable to function. They are key to understanding the earth and govern all processes, both external and internal. Be blessed with the work of your brain and 5 fingers for the betterment of humanity. Be guided by the wind, water, and sand that constantly sustain your life to achieve your goals. Be mindful of your actions to avoid causing harm to human life that you did not create. The wind, water, and sand observe all your activities without fail. After death, you cannot deny either your wrongdoings or your good deeds. Both will determine your place of rest. To find peace after death, consider the kindness you extend to your fellow humans as your Creator intended for you to treat His creations. Have it in mind, always put yourself together before the public to avoid misconduct. Wind, water, and sand keep you safe and assist you to achieve your good visions. Be blessed and be safe. Whatever you use against your fellow human is the things you find here on earth, of which not yours after death. They will stand to testify you good deeds and wrong deeds. Be careful with the things of the earth.